Brock Purdy is overrated. He's Jimmy Garoppolo 2.0. The San Francisco 49ers are screwed. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. All of the haters, get it out your system. Everybody that's worried, let's get it out your system. The last 3 games have been very concerning, but let's talk about the last 3 games that the 49ers have lost. Stick with me now. When they lost against the Cleveland Browns, Brock Purdy did look terrible. Rainy conditions, but hey, you don't get that excuse. Deebo Samuel did go down that game. Same with Trent Williams, right? It came down to a missed field goal by the kicker. No hate towards him because he's been solid. But guess what? He missed that kick. They lost that football game. That's what happened. Brock Purdy did not play perfect in that game. He did have a lot of bad moments. Rainy conditions came down to a missed kick. Your 2 offensive players went out early in that game, and you lost to a terrific Browns defense. Game number 2. You go against the Minnesota Vikings Monday night. Trent Williams is not able to play. Neither is Deebo Samuel. Jordan Addison is making crazy catches all over the field. One of them I thought was an interception. He takes it to the house because he is just built that way and he's built in that fashion. You lose against them on Monday night. 2 horrible interceptions by Brock Purdy. He did not play his best. But you were missing Trent Williams, one of, if not the best, left tackle in the game. And you're also missing a huge portion of your offense in Deebo Samuel, one of the best gadget wide receivers in the NFL. And that's not me disrespecting him. The reason I call him a gadget player, he could play inside the slot, outside the slot. He could be an outside wide receiver, and he could also play in the backfield as well. Now, against the Cincinnati Bengals, the offensive line was still up to standard. Brock Purdy's getting hit and beat up a lot behind the line of scrimmage, making questionable decisions. The first 5 games of the season, he had 5 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. 9 touchdowns, to 0 interceptions. The last 3 games, 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. But you're missing Trent Williams and Deebo Samuel. I understand what Brock Purdy's out there doing. He's scrambling around. He's making the wrong reads. He's not making the right reads. They are still a good football team. They're still a major threat in the NFC. He's going through a slump. Every young quarterback goes through these type of slumps. Even Patrick Mahomes went through this type of slump before. Not me saying Brock Purdy is Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow, but it happens. He definitely needs to play better. Don't get me wrong. Because Christian McCaffrey is the best running back in football. And teams are now saying, hey, let's stop the run and let's put the ball in Brock Purdy's hands. And they have Brandon Ayuk and George Kittle, but they need Deebo Samuel. They need him to stick on the field to be that guy that can take the load off of Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy just can't fully carry the team on his back just yet. And the defense hasn't been that same defense they were last season. And it's no disrespect towards them. They haven't been on the same level. They've been very good, but haven't been on the same level as last season. Javon Hargrave has been a phenomenal defensive tackle for his team. They signed him in free agency from the Philadelphia Eagles. Drake Jackson has been phenomenal as well. As just a pure pass rusher coming on the field, he's been very good after getting to the quarterback. Nick Bosa has been very disappointing in my opinion. And the reason why I'm saying that, he's been good for regular defensive end status, but for Nick Bosa's status, he hasn't had that season just yet, and they paid him big time money. He only has 2.5 sacks on the season. He needs to go out there and make a greater impact on the game. I understand he's getting a lot of pressures, but at the same time, with that defensive talent around you, he has to step up big time. They paid him top defensive end money. He needs to put on the same level as guys like TJ Watt and guys like Michael Parsons and Myles Garrett, in my opinion, because he has that talent, and we have seen it in the past. He's a defensive player of the year for a reason. He needs to step up and play like that again. Not saying that he's been a bad player this season, but he hasn't played up to Nick Bosa's standards. But everyone else on the defense has played solid. Fred Warner is still one of the best linebackers, if not the best interior linebacker in the game. Same with Dre Greenlaw. He's been phenomenal as well. And their secondary has been solid. But it does come down to Brock Purdy. He definitely has to play better. But I'm not going to come on here and say they're in major trouble. They're screwed because they're not even first in their division anymore. It is the Seattle Seahawks. I think that they could turn things completely around. Kyle Shanahan also has to go out there and alter the playbook. While Trent Williams is out, you need to be able to go out there and just get the ball out quicker and make just simple reads. Get the ball to George Kittle more and to Brandon Ayuk. And they have had some big-time drops as well. George Kittle is a very good tight end. He had a big-time drop against the Cincinnati Bengals. But I do think they're still in a very good situation. They're still a dangerous football team. They just have to go out there and alter things now with their 2 best offensive players being out. It is tough. Even back to when Jimmy Garoppolo was the quarterback with this team. When Trent Williams went down, They rarely ever went out there and won many football games without him because he is that essential to this team. He's a captain for a reason, and he's the best tackle in the NFL for a reason. They need him because Brock Purdy's been getting beat up a lot. He's been dealing with a lot of pressure. He didn't have to deal with this much pressure before when Trent Williams was able to go out there and play, even when Deebo Samuel was dealing with injuries. And Deebo Samuel's definitely help out Brock Purdy's completion percentage. But in terms of just protection and eye test on the film, when Trent Williams is out there, Brock Purdy is a significantly better quarterback than he was in these last 3 games. He needs to play better. Kyle Shanahan needs to call a better game plan, but I definitely do not think that this team is in deep trouble. Now, talk to me in the next couple of weeks. If this team is still going out there losing football games, they're fully healthy, and Brock Purdy is still throwing interceptions, then we can have a real discussion. Then we can go out there and say, hey, what is going on with Brock Purdy? But right now, I would give it to you. Brock Purdy is not playing like a top-end quarterback in the NFL, and right now he cannot carry the San Francisco 49ers on his back. The best offensive player for the San Francisco 49ers is Christian McCaffrey. He's a do-it-all running back. He could catch the ball at the backfield. He could play wide receiver for you, and he is the best pure running back in the NFL. But when they take him away, we're starting to see some of Brock Purdy's mistakes show up tenfold right now. But let me know in the comment section below. Am I tripping with this? Should I be more concerned about the San Francisco 49ers? And are you more concerned about the San Francisco 49ers moving forward? Do you think that their season is about to go downhill, or can they overcome this 3-game slump? If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, want each and every last one of you guys stay safe, stay positive. Have a blessed day, guys. Peace.